The first ever known speculative bubble in economic history is commonly regarded to have involved the strange commodity of flowers, notably tulips. The Dutch Republic went through a period known as Tulip Mania, in which the cost of some bulbs of tulips skyrocketed to outrageously high rates. This occurred during the Dutch Golden Age of the 17th century, a period of immense riches, accessibility, and global influence for the Dutch Republic. Some went for 10 times the salary of a skilled craftsman at the time for a full year's work. All of this was made possible by extremely affluent people who would pay absurd sums of money for just one bulb. Prior to the bubble's deflation, which resulted in a sharp drop in prices and the financial collapse of many. Welcome to Altcoin Heroes, your most reliable source of cryptocurrency news and predictions. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. We'll upload videos about the latest news, trends, and predictions in crypto. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you won't be missing out or left behind, and be updated. The Dutch economy was severely hurt by the tulip craze, the South Sea Bubble, Mississippi Bubble, Railway Mania, Roaring Twenties, dot-com bubble, US housing bubble, and the latest one, back in 2017 to 2018, the cryptocurrency bubble, where the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies reached record highs before sharply plummeting, were all economic bubbles that came and went. If you were around in 2017 and 2018, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general were compared to the 400-year-old tulip mania in the headlines. What, therefore, did each of these occurrences have in common? They were all motivated by speculative thinking, which was stimulated by human psychology and behavioral factors. Economic bubbles are created when people purchase an asset that is appreciating quickly in value with the hope of later selling it for a substantial return out of greed and FOMO. All of them are predicted on account of other people's amazing successes, which encourages herd mentality, in which people choose to act in accordance with the decisions of others rather than acting independently. Humans frequently exaggerate their skills, the accuracy of their knowledge, and their luck, which leads to overconfidence, which is another major force behind speculative investing. Therefore, during Tulip Mania, tulips' worth was based solely on speculative assumptions and the widespread expectations that prices would grow. Because the tulips ultimately had no inherent value outside their looks and status as a luxury good that conferred social status, they were only valuable for these reasons. The meme coin mania, which began with Dogecoin a few years ago and more recently with Pepe Coin, was comparable to tulip mania in that it was fueled by hype, speculation, and meme coin also symbolizes in a general way a collective effort among those, such as US cryptocurrency investors, who feel left out and unsatisfied by conventional financial institutions. Due to their close ties to internet meme culture, which is marked by varied degrees of sarcasm, humor, and anti-authoritarian sentiment, meme coin can really be seen as a kind of revolt. Additionally, unlike centralized financial institutions where banks and governments have influence over the monetary system, decentralized cryptocurrencies like meme coin function on transparent platforms. Cryptocurrencies like meme coin have the potential to democratize banking by allowing transactions between users without requiring a centralized authority, which has a huge attraction. Meme coins make investment opportunities accessible to those who may not otherwise possess the resources to qualify or purchase higher-priced conventional financial assets. This makes meme coins easier to adopt and draws in a new user base. Another important point to keep in mind is that meme coins frequently have really affordable prices for even less than a cent. And as we've discussed numerous times over the past few years, the community surrounding meme coins frequently works together to raise values. This kind of action and involvement also casts doubt on commonly held opinions on understanding finances and investing techniques, highlighting the effectiveness of working together. And together with the widespread sense of culture that unites the online meme community, formed the basis for the Wall Street bets drama with GameStop turned out to be. That finally showed the strength of small-scale investors like us together to take on large investment firms and defy the system. In contrast to tulip mania, tulip bulbs did not function as a means for societal transformation. They were only useful for their status in society and visual appeal. People's speculation and desire for financial gain propelled it. It wasn't motivated by a desire to oppose the current financial system. Other than those who attempted to make a profit, there was no shared objective or collective action displayed by the community. Even if tulip mania crashed, meme coins are still around, and it's still not clear what the future holds for them. Meme coin popularity is correlated with broader social and technological trends. Furthermore, despite their extreme volatility and repeated substantial decreases, meme coin has persisted and, in certain situations, actually prospered. Now, I know this is an exciting update, but before that, I just wanted to let you know that I would greatly appreciate it if you guys clicked on the like button and press the bell over there to turn on your notifications. Done? Alright then, let's continue. Let's compare and contrast tulip mania with the first financial asset bubble ever to be documented, with meme coin mania, which has recently caused disruption in the cryptocurrency markets, and the next soon-to-be economic bubble that is currently influencing the macro environment. This is even with hundreds of years of understanding of the development since tulip mania. At this point in 2023, central banks are purchasing gold at a record rate. What causes this? The London gold pool collapsed in 1968 because this type of buying activity was last observed in the year prior. To protect the gold-pegged US currency, the London gold pool was established. In the world of finance, it is crucial to always remember that the central banks have access to information that the majority of people do not. Therefore, when they begin to move, it is because they are aware of information that we are not. The first important actions are made by the wealthy. In this specific instance, the central banks were aware in 1967 of the fact that there wasn't sufficient gold accessible to support and sustain the system. As a result, they began purchasing and stockpiling it before anybody else, which led to the London gold pool's gold supply running out. It's fascinating to note that despite its collapse, the US dollars pegged to gold was still intact at the time because you could still exchange US dollars for gold. The US came alarmingly close to running out of gold just 3 years later, which persuaded Nixon to abandon the gold standard. The majority of people are unaware that the US dollar's gold peg status is a result of government debt. Everyone realized that they could exchange their US dollars for gold at any time, which is how it grew to be the world's reserve currency. Gold was payable in US dollars. The central banks also realized that the biggest sovereign debt default in history was imminent as the US began to run out of gold. And they took precautions by delaying what was bound to happen. Since that time, central banks have never had access to large sums of money or information as they do today. They are purchasing tons of gold at an unprecedented rate. What is the reason? A second default on government debt is expected for the exact same reason as previously. Therefore, the current sovereign debt bubble that we are seeing is the next economic bubble that is about to collapse. Governments all around the world borrowed massive sums of money in recent years, and therefore, the sovereign debt bubble was established. These governments are now having difficulty paying back their loans because of a variety of issues, including the pandemic, the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and mostly because the Fed is continuing to hike interest rates. A sovereign debt problem can only be resolved in one of two ways, either by defaulting and reconstructing the debt or by inflating the debt away by depreciating the currency. As a result, they are making payments on a debt that is losing value over time. Thus, it is impossible to escape the sovereign debt bubble. Only a methodical approach and effort can be effective. Additionally, the US will need to inflate away the debt if it wants to avoid defaulting on it. But because of politics, the Fed and all of its functions have been put off for quite some time. Additionally, There may be a deliberate strategy to start a worldwide meltdown in order to introduce a new central bank digital currency. What do you think? We'll probably see harsh, significantly greater inflation in just a short amount of time. And in light of the government's Operation Chokepoint 2.0 plan, which aims to prevent citizens from using Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and other financial systems other than the US banking system. They want to continue to have as much control as possible over money, resources, and our capacity to accumulate and preserve riches through time. And if everyone started looking for a currency other than the US dollar, as well as a financial asset built on neutral infrastructure, they would have no way of controlling it. That's what they don't like, right? To sum up, governments all around the world have been borrowing widely due to the global pandemic. At the time, doing so was also incredibly inexpensive due to historically low interest rates. Now, as a result of rising interest rates and unpaid payments, the next economic bubble is about to pop. All thanks to the governments, which rule the entire planet and believe themselves to be wiser than the rest of us. That certainly is ironic. In the 17th century, during the Dutch Golden Era, we began with a simple flower, and today, in the highly developed technology era, we are witnessing entire nations defaulting on their financial obligations. Now, Dutch producers are utilizing Bitcoin, another financial bubble-related technology, in their tulip greenhouses. Tulip farms are being run by Dutch growers using Bitcoin. Thus, a large portion of this energy goes out as heat when mining Bitcoin. Dutch engineers reasoned that it would be a waste if they didn't attempt and utilize this heat in some way. Bert de Groot, however, had another idea. He intended to use the heat to build a greenhouse for tulips. Flower farmer Daniel Koning, 37 years old, told AFP, "We think with this way of heating our greenhouses but also earning some Bitcoin, we have a win-win situation." Quite intriguing, huh? Despite all the information we have accumulated over centuries since the tulip mania, we still have to contend with the threat of economic bubbles. What conclusion should we draw from all of this then? We should all take a close look at our financial systems and decide if we feel comfortable putting our faith in organizations that are potentially getting into the next economic bubble. Or maybe, it may be better to look at other options. Whether it's making Bitcoin investments, using meme coins, or promoting a better financial system. We are able to influence how economies evolve in the future. The history of our economy may include bubbles. However, this does not obligate them to control our economic future. We can create a more secure and just economic future if we draw lessons from the past and challenge the present. Now, let us know what you think. Leave your comments below. We appreciate you for staying till the end. Kindly click the like, subscribe, and notification bell icons if you enjoy this video. Visit our channel for more coin predictions, Bitcoin, altcoins, and cryptocurrency videos. Have a great day, and see you in our next video.